I would be lying to all of you guys if I told you that this video was easy to make and get through. There's a lot of things that you guys don't know, and a lot of things that I've kept inside that, you know, I wanted to address a long time ago, but I couldn't, but I am now. I always said that life is like a roller coaster. You're going up and up, and then you finally think you have things steady for a minute when you're at the top, and you think everything's gonna be alright, but then all of a sudden shit gets worse and you just drop and you go downhill. It's like how I feel inside. It's like a ticking bomb and suddenly it just explodes. I've been keeping a lot of shit in since freshman year. You know, I've always wanted to talk about freshman year, like fully talk about it, you know? And I thought it was gonna be great. I got to go back with my old friends and shit, but you know, I was wrong. I don't even know what I'm even saying. This shit's been going on since 8th grade. And before that even, you know? Here I was thinking, like, what the hell is holding me back? And now I figured it out. Putting it into one word, that word is fear. Fear was holding me back this whole time. And I wasn't afraid of things like stupid monsters. I was afraid of humans. I was afraid of how people would react. You know, I was scared to open up how I feel and my side of things, and that's not fair. Why should I live in fear? You know? Why should I be scared to tell the truth and tell what really happened on my side of things? Why should I be afraid of that? Obviously, there is reason to be afraid. There definitely is, and it sucks to say that. It sucks to say for so long I couldn't just say everything I wanted to say. You know, because I'm worried that some person's just going to screen record it, send it around, make some shit up, manipulate my words, take things the wrong way. You have to be careful with this, you have to be careful with that. You know, what, they're going to expose me somehow? I don't fucking know. I ain't afraid anymore. Man, 8th grade was living hell, man. I'm just gonna be straight up with you. You know, I think throughout my whole life, I've been through things that, you know, I thought were bad then, but then when I got to 8th grade, I realized, okay, well, this is actual shit. You know, and I don't want to discredit anybody. You know, obviously, I know that my experiences may not be as bad as maybe what you're going through. And just know you could always reach out to me down below on social media. So, you know, where do I even start? I show up to 8th grade, right? I go to a school called Cockrell Middle School. You know, that has a good staff, good people running it. You know, I never had a problem with, you know, a lot of the staff there. I mean, of course there were some people, but that's everywhere. You know, the staff was great though. You know, people that ran the school, at least, they had my back. But you know, the people there didn't, and that was very unfortunate. You know, so I moved, let's say, back in 2016, I moved to McKinney, Texas. I went to private school for 2 years. You know, it was a good experience, I guess. I mean, there was ups and downs with that too, but, you know, me and my family decided it'd be best for me to, you know, try and go back to public school, right? So, you know, they enrolled me in 8th grade at Cockrell Middle School, played football and all that. It was a good first 2 weeks, I guess you could say. You know, I was getting along with a couple of people, meeting people, and then I decided, you know, let's just go on with this YouTube persona like I'm doing right now. Started this whole vlogging thing, making videos, and let me remind you, I've been doing videos way before 8th grade. I've done videos since I was like 5. And it wasn't a problem until I got to, you know, middle school. And like I said, I can understand, you know, don't video on the campus or whatever the fuck. You know, I mean, like, look, yo, I'm a kid. I'm just have fun. I was doing kid things, you know. I was recording my life, trying to explain, hey, this is my life. And it went well at first. I'm not gonna lie, you know, like, people started catching on. Like, oh, this is kind of cool. Like, kids took my phone, started recording for my vlogs. One kid took the phone and ran down the hallway, started vlogging the teacher. Yeah, they fucking ended up biting me in the ass. Because, you know, I got in trouble for that shit. people have to go through my phone and stuff to make sure I deleted every vlog. But then, you know, the whole vlogging persona definitely turned against me. Making YouTube videos turned against me, and people started making fun of them. You know, and that's never a fun experience, you know, getting made fun of. And, you know, they literally just mentally poked at me 24/7. Like, hey, when's another vlog coming out? And just all this little fucking child laughter. You know, that's just the normal shit. Like, that wasn't even the bad shit. I mean, you know, they were just saying, like, little shitty comments, like, oh, you're so cringy, bro. Bro, I'm a kid, just let me live my life, you know? That's what I was thinking. I was like, why are people doing this? You know, like, why be a dick? Why? And, you know, it just continued to get worse and worse and worse. And just people were being totally fake to me, you know? Like, so fake. It was insane. I was just like fucking a target, and they just wanted to stab me right in the heart 24/7, you know? Like, I was a fucking meme, you know? It's literally what I was, a meme. And it didn't even end the 8th grade. I continue to be a meme sometimes to this day. Obviously, 8th grade, I was not the same person. You know, obviously I've grown over time. I've grown up in how I handle certain situations, because, you know, back then I was fuck bullies, you know, screw bullies. Still, I'll say to this day, I hate bullies. I don't like bullies. I think you need to go get a life and focus on yourself. That's all I'm gonna say. But I was so, you know, if they fire at me, I'm gonna fire back. I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna say that. Screw you. And that didn't end for a while. I had to get through that shit. And, you know, it never helped. It showed that I had weakness, right? It showed that I'm letting their insults get to me. You know, I was thinner back then than I am now. I'm big bone, I'm a big boy, you know? But back then, like, I was pretty slimmed out, you know? And I was called fat, you know, because when the first person did it, I got pissed off and I, like, gave a big reaction about it, and then that shit continued and they thought it was funny. Which, you know, it hurt my self-esteem. I literally thought I was some fucking fat ass when I knew I was, and I was alright, you know? I still think I'm pretty. I still think I'm, you know, not that bad. So fuck y'all. But, you know, yeah, no, it did seriously hurt. You know, the insults definitely hurt. And then something else happened. Oh, man. This one thing happened, you know, through, I think, the beginning till even mid-year of 8th grade. I gave my phone number out to the wrong people, I guess, and, you know, this whole YouTube persona, they like to pick at me because they know I got pissed off and I act like a fucking stupid cringy kid, you know, and they just like to call me, you know, caller ID and stuff, and that became a serious issue. You know, it happened all the time. I mean, I could press decline, and you can't block no caller ID calls, so they just kept coming and coming and coming, and it made me sick. The things they said, too, were just horrible. You know, horrible. Things that no human being should say, but, you know, they thought it was funny. And you hear laughter. You can tell it's in the school. You hear the whole cafeteria, kids laughing and shit. You know, making fun of my, you know, father, making fun of my mother, making fun of me for this and me for that. And they wouldn't even reveal who they are half the time. And that made me sick. And it's like gross and balls. Like, you know, like, why should any person have to go through that? Why would you, you know, want to make someone's life worse? Like, why can't you just focus on you? And why don't you like to make people's lives better? You could be the difference to anybody. You know, I've heard stories of people that almost wanted to shoot up a fucking school, but one person was nice to them, changed their life. They didn't do it, and they went on down the road, and they became a very successful person. Imagine if that person didn't say anything. Probably a lot of people would have died. Yeah, straight up. And, obviously, I think people that shoot up schools need serious help, and should fucking, you know, it's not okay. Never okay. Obviously. I mean, that's a no-brainer. And then, you know, all those calls happen. I ended up getting an app, I remember, an app that, you know, figured out who they were, and it came from like similar people, but my number was leaked, so I just had to keep figuring out who these people were, and I just had to stop it. And eventually they stopped. Eventually. But it didn't end there. It's like I felt like that things were just not getting better, but they were getting worse, I mean, I can't even tell you the amount of times I had to switch classes. I feel so bad for the counselor. Shout out to her. You know who you are. The counselor at Cockrell. I'm not going to say who her name is, but lifesaver. Thank you. And there's a lot more people I want to thank. I just can't say your names without your permission, but I will say thank you so much. You helped me. You helped me when I thought I had no one else, man. Thank you so much. And obviously, little verbal comments kept continuing. And I just couldn't take it. I was like, what the hell? Why? Maybe I am a cringy YouTube kid, but why can't I just be a cringy YouTube kid? Like, why am I ending up on people's Snapchat stories, and why am I being harassed? Like, that's the thoughts I was thinking. Like, why the hell is this happening to me? Because I know who I am, right? I've always been a kid with a good heart. I think I know. I've been told that. I believe I am. I've always wanted to make people feel good about themselves. Usually. I've always, the bottom line, like, I'll always have that part of me where I want to help anybody, That's just who I am. Obviously, I've made mistakes, but everyone's made mistakes. But just know who I am deep down. I cannot find much hate in my heart. All I really just want is people to be happy, And then, I just was thinking, why? And it got so bad that I couldn't eat in the damn cafeteria. I couldn't, because if I went in the cafeteria, I'd hear someone saying something about me, or I would, hear some smug comment coming behind me, or laughter about me, or something about my YouTube, or something about my weight, or something about my looks and appearance, or something about like everything was negative, and I could not handle that. There was a time when I had nowhere to sit, obviously, because I'm looking around in the cafeteria, and I'm like, okay, where am I going to sit? I see these group of girls just chilling, and then I see a couple guys in the back, too, and I said, hey, guys, I'm just going to sit here real fast, and then they just kind of gave me a weird look, and I sat down, and they just stood up and walked away. And everyone saw it, and they thought it was the most funny thing, and they were just laughing their ass off, and I couldn't handle that. It's like, why? What the fuck? And then, I never pretty much ate in the cafeteria since that. I was always in the counselor's office 24/7. I've been ditching classes so I can just avoid people's shitty comments. People took my phone. People fucking made my locker look gross. They fucking just did horrible things, man. They stole my shit. They sent people shit. And that fucked me up the next year, too. Moving on to the next stage. Next step. Next chapter. Freshman year. This is something that I've touched on in things in my music and stuff over time, and I've said certain things that I wouldn't have said now, but I didn't get to actually say my piece and get it fully across, and it took me 2 years to do it because, like I said in the beginning, it was fear. I just want to say to every person that went to that school, I'll say it, Liberty High School, every person that went there, that did me dirty, or you think that you may have done things to me, I just want to let you know I forgive you, and I want to tell you this also, that I apologize. And I apologize on some of the things I did, some of the ways how I acted, and I just want to tell you I regret a lot of the decisions that I made on how I reacted on things. Obviously, you know, shit happened from what you guys did, but I should have done my part and kept my cool and not be a fucking idiot. So I'm sorry for that. I want to also let y'all know that it broke my heart. It really did. What happened messed me up and probably will always be there for a long, long time. I'm gonna get into what happened, but I just want to say a lot of y'all were my brothers. A lot of y'all were my brothers. You were my friends. Y'all were like family to me. We were on the Jags together too. I remember that. I rep it to this day. I rep this shit to this day because y'all are my family. And family ain't supposed to do what a lot of y'all did. Family ain't supposed to do that shit. But I just want to say I love you guys still. I still do. I still do. I did things that I regret. I definitely do regret a lot of things. And I hope you all do too, because, you know, it's been about 2.5, 3 years, or maybe about 2 years since my freshman year, and almost 3. You know, like, we should be able to bury the hatchet now, right? Because it's fucking stupid. Here we go. Now, where do I begin? You know, I'll just... in the beginning, I didn't know what was going on, right? Because a lot of the things were being said behind my back. But there was this thing going around that I was some creep, some weirdo, you know, for asking for pictures and all this shit. And people won't believe me. I've said this for years now, and obviously if I still am telling you this, I would want you to believe me that people got into my Snapchat all the time. And there's a big possibility that that happened, because I don't really tend to ask people for pictures that much. I think that's, you know, an invasion of privacy sometimes, and you know, I don't want to look like one of those weirdos and stuff like that. But that happened, and it looked like it was for me, so obviously, you know, I was a creep, and let's see. I think I called a couple, like, I think I called a girl cute, and I guess that made me look more of a creep, which doesn't make sense because, you know, I can acknowledge a person's good looks, and I shouldn't be known as a weirdo, but I guess, you know, word got around fast, and I'm talking fast, like, as soon as I got there, I was, like, it was already fucking ruined. I mean, I got there the first day. People were cool, you know, I'm not gonna lie, the first week, people were cool. I just got to dab people up in the hallways, like, yo, what's up, Aiden? Yo, what's up, Nunley? And you know, we all talked, and it was great. But y'all didn't mean it. Y'all didn't mean that. Because a lot of those same people were mouthing off about me behind my back. How do you think that makes me feel, man? You know, like, I hope y'all are different now, which I know a lot of y'all aren't, and a lot of y'all still haven't grown up. And a lot of y'all are on the road to be D1 athletes. Grow the fuck up. So do I. I need to grow. I'm still growing as a person. So should you. You know, and so obviously that was the first stage in things, and a lot of people were turning against me, and a lot of people were being pricks to me, and it kind of just went downhill from there. And I made the mistake. This is where I own up to my shit. I made a stupid diss track. And I'm not going to mention who I did it on, but everyone knows. And bro, if you're watching this video too, I love you, dog. I'm so sorry. Like, as a human being, I still love you, bro. Even though, you know, obviously y'all don't love me, but I definitely love all you guys. And I'm sorry for some of that shit. I was an idiot, and I did that, and I got suspended for that. Now I don't agree with that though. I will say I still to this day think that school is fucking retarded for suspending me over a song that was out of school, by the way. And I guess I got ISS for that, which was fucking just atrociously stupid. And I think the people who ran that school, go fuck yourself. Honestly, I have no respect for you. And if you're watching this, You know, I like to promote love and all that, but honestly, you guys can go fuck yourselves because I don't want to associate with any of the people that ran that school. Fuck you guys. It's just simple as that. Because y'all, not only did y'all go out of the way to make my life worse, well, you did that exact same thing again. You made my life worse, so fuck you. You know, like, y'all are supposed to be mutual, but y'all weren't mutual at all. Y'all were all against me, man. I think they were friends with a lot of the people's parents, actually. That was kind of funny. I remember going in, I was called into their office, actually. You know, because I tried going to the counselor lady, you know, because, you know, I worked so well with 8th grade, because that's all I had. Fucking most biased counselor. It wasn't even a counselor, man, honestly. I mean, I felt like she was just hating on me, too. Like, honestly. Oh, man, and, yeah. There was a day I went in, and one of the APs said, "Aiden, you gotta quit doing music, man. You ain't no rapper, you ain't this, you ain't that." Alright, look, maybe I can understand I was so trash back then. I think I've improved since then. But you can't tell me who I am, and I'll say that to this day, you can't tell me who I am. Alright? Fuck you. And this is when it gets deep, you know. Obviously there's some, I'm gonna laugh it off because, you know, I can't just keep fucking crying about this shit. I'm gonna laugh it off because, why not? So, you know, obviously people continued chirping, posting stuff, just doing stupid, immature things. Worse than what I've done. Like, oh, it's beyond. It was beyond that. And, you know, obviously as a freshman kid, I see a girl in high school and I'm like, ooh. So, you know, I met this one person, will not say her name, but straight up used my ass. And that was just the first time. And I remember that shit stung, you know, and I made the mistake. And I'll just say it right now because it's already out there. I sent pictures to a person and that shit got leaked. Everyone has them. And honestly, if you're a dude who has another dude's pictures, you should really, and you're straight, by the way, you should really look into that and realize how weird that is. You know, to have another dude's pictures if you're a straight guy. Just saying, it's a little sus, but, you know, and that's just messed up, man. And why would you get someone to trust you? Like, if you're trusting someone with your body, you would hope that they would respect to keep it private. And it was some funny prank. So, you know, that happened twice. I'm a moron. I was a moron, man. I'll admit that. I still am. I can tell you now I wouldn't do that shit. But man. And you know, it was just funny. It was funny to them poking at me 24/7. And, it sucked. You know, I played football for that school also. And yo, that coach probably, I hope you watch this, my man. I'm not saying your name, you can't do nothing. But you know who you are. You treated me like shit the whole time. You may not see it that way, and you may think you're some holly jolly man, but I'm gonna tell you right now, bro, I have no respect for you. I don't know how you are still working with that whole district, but I want you to know, I do not respect you. I don't. For multiple reasons. Where do I start? He was biased in football. Let's just be honest. I wasn't the best. I shouldn't have been starting on varsity by any means. But I definitely should have got more snaps than I did. Just saying. But obviously, you know, it was his decision. And he was friends with a lot of the kids' parents. So obviously they were going to go ahead. Because that's bias, which you can't do in football. But he decided to do that. I'm just going to say that right there. And, you know, obviously I was learning. And I should have done a lot better. But, you know, I just don't respect that guy. You know, he never listened. That guy never listened to when I had a side and like when I know what happened to me. He didn't hear it. He just took the other person's side. It was always against me. So screw you, man. Whew. You know. And finally, in all of this, I could talk about so many more stories that has happened that year. You know, people took my shit even at that school, you know. Did shit to embarrass me because they thought it was funny. It ain't funny, alright? You know, maybe it's funny for you guys, but like, think about how that person is feeling. You don't know what that person is going through. Why would you want to make his day worse? Why would you do that to anybody? Why? Yeah, so that was definitely a big part. You know, and I felt so helpless. I always found myself in shit. But I did meet some cool people. Now I'm gonna give a shout out right now, and I will say your name. I'm probably gonna collab with you someday, yo, DJ. Yo, I just want to say, bro, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for so much. Thank you so much for being my brother. Now I know we had our ups and downs, but every brothership, every friendship has that. Thank you for being by my side. I have plenty more people to thank, so hold up. But I will say, DJ, man, obviously we've had our ups and downs. You know, I haven't agreed with everything you've done, and you haven't agreed with everything I've done. We've done bullshit that we've done a lot of things together. We've been through hell and back. But no, man, through thick and thin, I'll always have your back, brother. Thank you so much for being by my side, man. I'll always love, and you'll always have my respect. And I love you, bro. I love you. Now, people like him definitely helped, obviously. He always had my back. And, you know, he was there for me. We're going to wrap up freshman year and get to the deep shit. Deep shit. So, at this point in my life, I felt like I had no way out, right? And everything I did kept getting worse. Anything I did was a mistake, and it just boiled down to I couldn't take it anymore. So one night, I think it was sometime in winter, yo, I was just tired, and I wanted to off myself, and I almost did. Now, very few people know that, but I'm gonna say that because I want to bring awareness. Yo, never ever give up. Never give up. No matter how hard it gets, know that someone is out there, someone loves you, alright? I love you. I don't even know you, but I love you. Never give up. I can't believe, looking back on what that weak piece of shit almost did. He almost ended his life. You know? Over the shit he went through thinking he had it bad. Yo, I know me, right? I've seen people's lives after I went somewhere 10 times worse than me, and they're stronger than me, they're warriors, and always will have my respect. Yo, depression, mental health, that is a serious issue, and it needs to be bigger. It really does, and just know I'm always here for any of you guys. Never give up. Keep going. So yeah, I tried that day, and luckily I was stopped, and I didn't do it. I immediately, about a week later, I went into a hospital, not one where you stay overnight. It was like one of those, it's like a group therapy thing, and I met a lot of great people. A lot of great people that have been through things that I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine going through. Y'all are warriors. All of you are. You know, all of y'all are. So, I went, met a person I fell in love with. We don't need to get into that, but that was a fun time. You're probably watching this too, yo. Thank you. They definitely helped. Definitely helped. It was a lot. And then after I left that, I fell behind in school, and I never went back to school for another 6 months after that. I won't tell you why. Couldn't go back. Anytime I took, even if I considered it, I just did not want to. Me and my family did not want me to go through that again, and I couldn't go back. So I fell behind in school. Then eventually I went to a non-credited school, and then I fell a whole year behind, and then went to North, and then I'm playing catch up. So Now you're pretty much caught up, but you know, that's freshman year. Final chapter, moving on. Moving on. How does one move on from trauma? You know, it's really hard to do that. You know, sometimes it's there forever, and you always will remember things that you went through. I personally will always remember the things I went through as well, you know. But you can't let the past define you. You never can let the past define you. You can always keep going. I know you can, you know. Always keep going. Never give up. Never give up. You got this. Now, what I do my own thing. I don't let what people say about me get to me as much. I realize a fake person when I see one, and I play along with it sometimes, but you know, I don't respect a lot of y'all that are fake loving me. I don't. But you just gotta find something you're passionate about and you do it. No matter what anybody says, you focus on that thing and you keep going. Now, I made this video for one reason, to let it out. And I could be done with it. Done with it. Now, obviously I have some people to thank. I'm gonna go with number one, biggest person, and I think it's God. God had my back, you know. Higher power, man. Hey, he's the higher power, you know. He's always been there. Thank you for keeping me going. Two, I gotta thank my parents. Mom and Dad, I wouldn't be here without you guys. Literally, physically and literally. And also, you know, the things y'all have done for me. Even though we obviously have our ups and downs because you're my parents, just know that, yo, you guys are just amazing. You have been there for me when no one else has been there for me as expected, and I'm forever grateful. 1, 2, 3 buddies. A lot of y'all won't understand that, but they will. Finally, I have a lot more people to thank, obviously, that I won't get to, but I will say this one guy, you know, my brother. Now, this guy is literally like my brother. Bryce Peltier, yo, this man, he needs to go D1 in lacrosse. I'm gonna just say that right now. Man deserves everything that's coming to him, man. That guy has been by my side when nobody else was. Yo, I had no one. I had no one. He always made me laugh. Yo, sometimes I think you're an ass, but I do love you. But same with him, you know. Just know, bro, like, yo, you have just, I can't even put it into words, you know. It's like, you are awesome. That's all I can say, bro. You are my brother, and just know, no matter what, I'm always gonna be your brother, always. Now, thank you, Bryce. Now we can go back to hating each other. Anyways, I want to say I love you all. Reach out to me if you ever need me. This was a hard video to make, but an important one to make. I love you all. Christmas series will continue soon. This is why I haven't been uploading, because I wanted to do this and get shit off my chest. So thank you for listening. If you watched the whole 30-minute video or whatever, you are a champion. All right, you keep going. Peace, guys.